This pottery piece I found off of art.com simulates a spinning effect due to the transformational element of rotation. Because the jagged lines around a fixed point appear to rotate, the pot is given a spinning appearance. Each jagged line seems to rotate 90 degrees before completing the rotation. Here we have it rotating to 90 degrees, another 90 degrees, one more, before appearing to finish its circle at the top. As you can see, there are inner rings all throughout the art piece as well. This art piece, titled Drugs by Richard Estes, is hanging in my mom's living room. This piece represents coordinate geometry, the sidewalk and top of the store frame, right here and here, seem to frame the essence of the picture. The corner of the street where the store lays, I believe, is what the artist wants the viewer to focus on. Horizontal and vertical lines are present along the patterns of both the sidewalk and the walls of the drugstore. These horizontal lines come to a point in the center of both the painting and corner of the store to insinuate this store goes off in both directions. So right here and here are the meeting point of these horizontal lines. If a coordinate plane were to be drawn in the center of this painting, it appears that each quadrant would hold the focus of the painting. Walking by the Preston Hall building, I noticed how visually appealing it was. The Euclidean and transformational elements of geometry are very evident throughout the architecture of this building. It presents a reflection as each side, left and right to the entrance, is symmetrical, consisting of the same number of rectangular windows that also translate across the walls. The welcoming entrance is created by having 3 archways. Each archway has a rotation pattern as the bricks make their way across each arch, providing a sense of motion. This residence hall has many different geometric elements. By following the sidewalk that was constructed to lead up to the hall, the architect designed a sign directly in the middle of the dorm hall. A breezeway through the building helps align the 2 sides. The architect designed this building with a reflective geometrical aspect. On each side of the breezeway is a mirror reflection. The same number and design of windows is presented. The entire building itself is in the form of a U, inviting people in its embrace-ish feel. Walking from the breezeway of the hall and looking back at it from the other side, more reflective and Euclidean geometry are evident. The architect wanted a welcoming "please enter" appeal by providing 2 symmetrical staircases. Shapes such as rectangles and squares are put side by side to create rectangular windows. Pillars in the shape of cylinders divide the breezeway and support the structure. The not-so-sharply rising stairs invite students in without giving them too short of a rise-to-run ratio. On the sides of the breezeway are also pillars, but this time they are rectangular prisms instead of cylinders. As I approached College Hall, I couldn't help but notice the translation pattern element of transformational geometry scaling the top of the building. These 2D white crescent shapes follow all the way down the side of College Hall. The white contrast to the dark brick really aesthetically appealed to the eye as I follow the pattern and walk closer to the building. Lastly, this beautiful and aesthetically appealing design was in the middle of the Fine Arts building on UTA campus. This reflectional design puts a beautiful brown waterfall right in the middle of this entryway. Both sides of this breezeway are symmetrical, thus providing the reflection element of transformational geometry. On both sides there is a garden and walkway. As the waterfall in the distance invites you in, as intended by the architect, you notice the artist's script on the tiled wall. I'm not sure what it says, but it's very pretty. This design tells me that the architect wanted me to come to this building and appreciate the calm, soothing sounds of the courtyard and waterfall.